Payton Pritchard. This guy might end up being sixth man of the year. And everybody probably took notice last night. 29 points in 27 minutes? He's on the best contract in the NBA. Bargain. And if you look at his numbers, this is a team that might have a sixth man of the year for the second time in 3 years. This guy's putting 15.5 points a game in like 20 minutes a night. It's actually quite remarkable what he's doing, and it's really fun. And to me, I think Payton Pritchard is exemplifying what Joe Mazzulla wanted. This team is so guard deep and it works. It works. This guy's 26, played at the University of Oregon, if you guys don't remember, and he's always been a fan favorite. And the way he's scaled his game has been really impressive. What do I mean by that? Well, 7 rebounds, 1 assist, 29 points tonight on the season. He's averaging 15.5 points, almost 3 rebounds, 3 assists, just under 50% from the field. It's quite remarkable. And last year, he was averaging just under 10 points. And like I said, last year was year 4, and he had taken a step basically doubling all his numbers. And this year, his minutes are almost the same. Yeah, he's technically playing 5 minutes more a night, but the usage rate and everything is still there. So the fact that Payton Pritchard is just coming out here and playing some of the best basketball I've ever seen is really quite exciting in my opinion. The Celtics are 3-1 in the group play of the NBA Cup, and they won by 23 points last night, which was huge. I thought the way that Payton Pritchard went out there and led the bench and continues to be this scoring punch, and obviously he's going to get a raise once he nears the end. I think in 2 years he'll become extension. It will be up for another extension, and that'll be an interesting time. But man, I think the way that he fits here, because I've always been a Payton Pritchard fan. It's just crazy how good this guy's gotten. This guy's a breakout not even a breakout 3-point sniper, but he's just a 3-point sniper. This guy is always somebody I thought was punching above his weight and proving doubters wrong. And I just thought he was a good prospect coming out of college. I thought he compliments Tatum, Derek White, Drew Holiday, and Jaylen Brown always. And he's only like 6'3", but he plays like he's 6'6", man. And I thought, you know what's wild is 2 seasons ago, he asked to be traded because there was Marcus Smart Brogdon and Derek White, and Brad Stevens came back with an over market rate extension for a guy who wasn't getting minutes. And then over the past 2 seasons, via off-season trades, the logjam was cleared up, and Payton Pritchard's been balling, and it's just a hustle. It's that much fun to watch. I feel like Payton Pritchard has to be your 6th man. And he has now 140 odds to win the 6th man, so I think he's going to do it. And somebody are gonna be like, "Oh, his size is gonna get him exposed," but I think the 6-man rule is perfect. And this is a team that they have Tatum, Brown, Porzingis, White, and they have to spend time also now figuring ways to slow down Payton Pritchard. And I think Payton Pritchard has just really hit this level of play at 26 that just helps the team, not just this year, but long term, on an insanely cheap contract that whenever they do have to move on from somebody, I think having Payton Pritchard around is just going to make that way easier. And man, did you know he's on track to have the 7th most 3-pointers made in a season ever? Steph did it 5 times. James Harden did it once. Payton Pritchard would be the 7th guy. That's kind of freaking insane to think about. Also should be in the 3-point contest if we're going to really just go about it that way. I think he's definitely deserving of being in the 3-point contest. It's just unreal how he's played, and the way the 3-point shot is really where it is that like he's a bona fide sharpshooter, sniper. Like, this is a guy who might be in the top 5 or top 10 at least of best shooters in the NBA currently. And that's not me trying to be like, oh, like I'm hyping him up. No, that's kind of like me being dead ass. Like, that's kind of how good Payton Pritchard has been. And yeah, so my thought, Payton Pritchard will win 6th Man of the Year for the Boston Celtics. And it's because of like how ridiculously good he's been over this span and like what he's been able to do, because it's the efficiency and the fact that he's such a good shooter and he's just punching above his weight, I think is one of the biggest factors to why this has just been such a ridiculous run for anybody who is following it. Like, I know some people are going to be like, are you just saying it to say? And no, it's more so because Payton Pritchard is a guy that teams might be like calling up in the next year or so and offering some of the most ridiculous offers for him. And you're going to be like, there's no way people are lining up offering this, and you're going to have to explain to them, yes, like this. I made a joke the other day that what if the Celtics wanted Vasi Micic, or not even the Celtics wanted Vasi Micic, if the Hornets wanted Payton Pritchard and they offered Vasi Micic and a 1st-round pick so they could pair up Pritchard. And I was joking, but now looking at it, like, it wouldn't be the wildest thing to suggest that. So that's kind of where we've got, and I don't think anybody would have thought that this would have been a place that we would have gotten ourselves because of how everything's played out, And I personally believe that this is going to end up being a great long-term wise. I think we all know that Payton's a Boston guy, and Boston is going to try to keep him there as long as possible, like they should, because it would be a travesty if they were to get rid of him. I think Boston fans would like lose it. I don't think they would be too happy if the man himself, Big P, was gone. But I want to hear your guys' thoughts in the comment section. What is your expectation for Payton Pritchard? And do you guys agree with me that it's definitely going to be interesting to see how he continues to scale up? I think he's been one of, if not the most fun guy to watch this season, especially if you're a Boston Celtics fan. My dad's a Boston Celtics fan, so I grew up like watching Boston. I was born in Minnesota and then also lived in Orlando, so I was given a fandom to cry for. Orlando Magic, Wizards. I also my folks still live in Maryland, even though my dad's moving to Italy, but or moving home to Italy. It's funny. It's funny. And it was just so much fun to see Payton out there doing what he does and just cooking, looking like the guy that we knew who he could be. And it's funny that now he's going to be the favorite to win 6th Man of the Year, when earlier, if he had said that, people would have thought you were crazy. But now it's like not even too crazy to think of it. So that's it. Bye.